A technical glitch is delaying tests that could solve the mystery of that deadly plane crash near Pittsburgh last year. But aviation experts in Pomona, New Jersey hope to carry out the recreation of that flight tomorrow. Joe Torres reports.
The answers as to what caused U.S. Air Flight 427 to crash last September may lie in the plumes of smoke coming out of this FAA plane. Unfortunately, however, today's testing was postponed due to a mechanical problem. 132 people died in the crash. The plane, a Boeing 737, plummeted to the ground near Aliquippa, Pennsylvania, while descending to land at Pittsburgh International Airport. The National Transportation Safety Board plans to fly this U.S. airplane behind the FAA 727, which has smoke generators on the wing. The board has already determined that Flight 427 was following a 727 at about 4 miles when control of the plane was lost. Video analysis of the smoke trail will hopefully allow investigators to determine if turbulence perhaps caused the plane crash.
We don't know exactly what happened. They're not known to cause an upset in and of themselves, but there is not sufficient data available on what happens when two planes are following.
The NTSB calls its investigation of U.S. Air Flight 427 one of the most extensive and complex in aviation history, an investigation that should pick up some valuable information tomorrow when the test originally scheduled for today will hopefully take place. I'm Joe Torres, Channel 6 Action News at the FAA Tech Center in Pomona, New Jersey.
And are testing a new way of preventing certain types of plane crashes. John Bathke reports.
March 1992. A U.S. Airjet overruns LaGuardia Airport's runway and crashes into Flushing Bay. 27 people are killed. Now aviation officials are testing a revolutionary invention that could prevent crashes like the one in New York. This 727 just plowed into a barricade called a soft ground foam arrestor. It stops the plane in just a few hundred feet.
It's like braking to a stop smoothly, just a leaning forward in the straps, right to the stop, and it felt very uniform.
The barricade would be used on runways that end near busy roads or waterways. It is designed to keep aborted takeoffs and landings from going off the runway.
This particular type of phenolic foam is inert. It doesn't react with anything. It's not highly flammable, and we're able to coat it and have a long-lasting weatherproof foam when we're done.
Researchers believe this foam is practical because using it doesn't require major construction at an airport, and its styrofoam-like texture makes it easy to replace after a landing. The foam is layered and glued to the runway. The impact, even at 80 miles an hour, leaves the plane undamaged. So despite a price tag that could reach nearly $1 million, many experts see the foam arrestor as a bargain.
You look at the trade-off of $1 million foam bed versus a $50 million airplane versus the lives that you're going to save. I think the trade-off is obvious.
The FAA will analyze this test, and it still has to determine how the foam arrestor will work in different climates and with various sized planes. But already a number of airports are looking to install the barricade. In Pomona, John Bathke, News Center 40.
And aviation industry don't always see eye to eye on required equipment and regulations, but CNN's Marsha Walton reports they have formed a partnership to test new technology that could save airlines money and make the skies safer for everyone.
Okay, for takeoff, guys, I'm going to hold the brakes till the engines are up, and then we're going to blast off, right? Okay.
This test flight by the FAA could signal some major changes in aviation.
Overall mission is to demonstrate it to investigate a new technology which we expect to improve the national airspace system, both in terms of efficiency, safety, and capacity.
A technology known as ADS-B, or Automatic Dependent Surveillance Broadcast, basically gives pilots a better eye on the sky.
Airborne Express 0055.
The excitement for FAA engineers like Matt Mariani is that this satellite-based system gives more information than current equipment. Pilots know instantly what planes are around them, how fast they're moving, and how far they are above or below them.
He's 228 miles away. Correct. And he's to the northeast.
Another goal of this technology is to provide better communication between pilots and air traffic controllers. The display in the cockpit shows the same information controllers see in the tower.
Well, it'll reduce the amount of communication that we need with air traffic control.
UPS pilot Tom Ewing took part in the testing in Wilmington, Ohio. He says as airspace gets more saturated, flight crews need the right information conveyed in the simplest way.
We'll be able to tighten up our spacing between airplanes. And you can do that when you have the confidence of having a tool like this.
For cargo carriers like UPS, Federal Express, and Airborne Express, tighter spacing means burning less fuel because they don't have to slow down and speed up to stay at a proper distance from other planes. The Cargo Airline Association has invested millions to develop these systems. The Federal Aviation Administration expects some results from this first series of tests in a few weeks. Marsha Walton, CNN, Wilmington, Ohio.